Holy moly! Man, woman, and child did that put him in the aisle. De'Mornay Pierson-El just tore him loose from their shoes. Seriously, somebody give that kid an award. Somebody give that kid the game ball, because De'Mornay Pierson-El bailed Nebraska's ass out of that game with two incredible punt returns, one for a touchdown and the other which led to an amazing Kenny Bell circus catch in the end zone. Oh my God, I don't know how the Huskers can look so bad for 2 weeks, how their defense can get scorched, how their offense can be marginalized, how they can just basically suck for 2 weeks after and give up big leads and then come out and play as bad as we did for as long as we did and manage somehow to win this football game. This is night and day from last week. Last week, Nebraska jumped to a big early lead and saw that lead disintegrate in the second half. This week, Nebraska couldn't get out of its own way. Mistake after mistake after mistake, which could have ended the game at any point. But we somehow managed to overcome it, come back in the second half, and ultimately win the game in overtime. This is what rivalry games are made out of, people. This is how you get a good rivalry going. Now, if only we can get both teams relevant at this point in the season, this would be an awesome rivalry. But I'll take it. I will take an amazing overtime game at Iowa City. And what an amazing win. What an amazing win. I just have to give it up for the Nebraska players. Wow. Okay, breakdown time. All right, Nebraska, for about 3/4 of this game, could not get out of their own way. We were down. We had 3 turnovers in the first half, I believe. It wasn't 4. Whichever one it was, but we had 3 turnovers very early on. Had an interception on Iowa's first drive. We recovered a fumble on a punt, and then we had another interception again, and we had absolutely no points from any of that, from 3 very early turnovers, and nothing to show for it. And then Iowa, right after we get a turnover, we give them a pick 6. And after we get the ball 3 times off turnovers, Iowa gets it once and scores immediately. What a huge blunder. What huge missed opportunities. And this was what I was talking about, this slow start for this Nebraska offense. The first half for Nebraska's offense was abysmal. And I'm to abysmal. Just absolutely horrible. Not that I was expecting us to start running up and down the field on them. I mean, Dula's hurt. Kenny Bell, thank God, was in this game. But we're missing a lot of important pieces on this offense. But I was expecting more than this. The first half was just awful. But somehow we managed to stay in the game. But then this third quarter comes around and Iowa jumps up to a 24-7 lead. This is the kind of lead, this is the kind of game, this is when you start thinking, oh no, here comes the rout. The rout is on and our team is going to fall apart. And that would be the recipe for this season, you know? But I don't know what it is about this Cornhusker team. We are quite capable. We are quite capable of blowing big leads. But you can never really, but when we fall behind early, you can't really count us out. The same thing happened at Michigan State. We fell behind early, only to come rumbling back in the fourth quarter to almost win the game. Now, difference is Michigan State is a championship level team, and Iowa isn't, which is probably why we were able to win this game when we weren't able to win at Michigan State. But my goodness, from 24-7, an amazing circus catch from Kenny Bell after an incredible De'Mornay Pierson-El punt return. Follow that up with another De'Mornay Pierson-El punt return for a touchdown. And you have the recipe for an amazing fourth quarter finish. Finished it up in overtime with another catch for Kenny Bell in the end zone to finish the game out. What a ride. What an amazing way to finish this season. Now, this doesn't change my mind about whether or not Pelini should be fired. I still think Pelini has to go. Congrats, Pelini. You got to 9 wins again. That's the bare minimum. Ever. That should be the bare minimum at Nebraska. But when you do the bare minimum year after year after year for 7 years in a row, there comes a point where bare minimum isn't enough. And I'm sorry, Pelini, that's just the case. Bare minimum is not enough at Nebraska. You need to go above and beyond. I mean, seriously, if it wasn't for Nebraska's huge blunders, a pick six, a blocked punt for a touchdown, and a blocked field goal, are you kidding me? Come on. If not for all these blunders, Nebraska walks away with this game. Seriously, our defense played lights out. It was great. 14 points for Iowa came off of offensive blunders. Like I said, the block punt and the pick six. Take away those huge blunders, and Nebraska walks away with this game. But we couldn't get out of our own way for much of this game. So I'm happy for the win. Oh, goodness. I was starting to think it was me. Because notice, I only started doing these videos 2 weeks ago, right before the Wisconsin game, and we lost that game. Then kept doing the videos for the Minnesota game, and we lost that game too. So I was starting to think it was me. I was starting to think I was jinxing it. I'm like, oh no, this is my fault. I'm doing it. But I'm not the jinx. I'm not the jinx. See, we won. So you can drop the pitchforks and go away, all right? Don't burn my house down. All right, happy for the win. Still think Bo needs to go, but I'm not gonna be all angry at Bo like I would have if we lost. But awesome win. Seriously, give De'Mornay Pierson-El the game ball. Give him a medal. Give him a trophy. Freaking put him on your shoulders and march him up and down the streets in a parade. I don't care. Give that guy something. All right, this is Nathan, and this has been my take. I'm out.